What is going on, you guys? It's your boy, Shot the here. Shut the fuck up. And we're back. Episode 29, I believe. I'm not even going to bother going through the math of how long it's been, but it's been long enough. I don't remember what we were doing last time. Frankly, I don't care. I'm just excited to be playing Minecraft again, so yeah, I don't really give a fuck. Anyway, let's get straight into stuff today. I'm not going to bother apologizing for anything either, so here we are at our ocean monument. This is one of like the two that we found. I think last time this was like barely hollowed out, but over the last like year or so, I've like jumped on. I've played like a total of probably just a couple dozen hours or so, but I guess every time I did, I'd just come on here and like hollow some more of this out. And I actually have just a little bit left. So originally I did a 100 block diameter, so a 50 block radius, and then for some reason past me decided it was a smarter idea to go another 10 blocks out. So now this is at 120 block radius, or 120 block diameter. I don't know why, but basically I started playing a few days ago and I had made this perimeter, so I just started hollowing it out. It's not that bad, but I figured I would at least share my strategy for doing this. So I didn't like place sand everywhere. That's kind of stupid. So what I'm doing is I'm going 4 blocks apart. I think I explained this in one of like one of my earlier videos, but anyway, the way I've been doing it now is I use this smart piston essentially to place the sand for me. So I will damn it, I left my redstone. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Anyway, basically I just set up this little piston here, or this little circuit here that is, it's called a smart piston, but basically every time you put a block in front of the piston, it'll just push. The repeater just sends a signal through the block, and the dust powers the piston. So this is what I've been doing, is just like sitting here and spamming. I don't spam, I just hold, and then I wait like 5 minutes until my sand runs out. I middle click on the sand below it, and it just fills it up. So this is what I've been doing to just section off each part. And then once a part is completed, which I'll just wait until this one finishes. Once I fill up this whole section, a lot of times I'll do a couple sections at a time, but that's when I'll go through with the sponges and use sponges to clear out this area. The only thing I do have to watch out for is the kelp at the bottom, because this stuff does not let sand, like if sand just drops on top of this, it doesn't work. Oh, the kelp, I mean. It doesn't work, so I have to like go out and punch this out beforehand. But anyway, I'm gonna do a couple lines of this just to lol. I'm gonna do a couple lines of this just to so you guys see what it looks like. Yeah. Okay, well, you get the point. Basically, I'll do that until I run out of sand, so I'd probably do one more block normally. Anyway, and then I grab these sponges, and I clear out all this other garbage. And then I use the dry sponges to evaporate all the water. It's not really a super scientific way I do that, but it gets the job done, I guess. And then I kind of play this little mini game with myself when I do this. So I take my hoe, farming equipment hoe, and I basically just try and destroy all the sponges on the way down. And then I try to end it up where I am like on the lowest layer, destroying my last sponge. So I only have to go through all once. See, yeah. basically that's the little game I play with myself. It's not really a game, it's just a way of getting the sponges destroyed. Yeah, and then the last thing I'll do is, I think it's over here. It's this direction, right? Yeah, the last thing I'll do is I'll just destroy this wall. So the way I do that, super easy. I just break the bottom sand, and as it's dropping, I'll place a torch. So I delay it a little bit between when I break it and when I place the torch, so that I don't have to like break another block above it. But yeah, then I pick up all the sand and I do it again. That is what I've done to clear out this entire area. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this up and just finish it just because I'm sick of doing it. So I'll do that off camera and then I'll come back. I was thinking about doing I was thinking about doing a cool little thing with this inner ring here, since I have this inner ring with the outer ring. I thought it'd be cool if I could like get signs underneath everything and like break the ring all at once or something. So I might do that actually, but let me just finish up this last bit of the circle first and then I'll come back. Oh yeah, and the last little part of my process I forgot to show was it drying out the sponges. Once I've like use them to soak up water, I'll just go to the nether and place them down. And if you didn't know that if you just place down wet sponges in the nether, they'll just dry up. So that's what I do to, instead of actually smelting all them, it's way easier just to do it this way. So alright, finally finished that outer ring. Again, I don't know why I actually made that in the first place. I think the inner ring is plenty big enough, but I guess it wasn't big enough for me 8 months ago, whenever I did that. But anyway, I'm gonna try and do a little cool thing with this inner, like cool thing for breaking it, I mean. Just like have a bunch of signs underneath it, try to break it all at once. If I screw it up, I screw it up, it is what it is. I think after I do get rid of this inner ring and collect all the sand, I am going to put, instead of having sand on this outer wall, I want it to be glass. So I'm going to have to smelt a lot of sand. So I'll probably set up a little smelting dock or something right here to make it all into sand. And that way we'll have the framework for this build kind of done, and then we can actually go into making a farm. I think the inside is hollow too, if I remember correctly. Ooh. Oh yeah, looks like the inside is hollow. So the inside's hollowed out, which is good. I think I have to decide on a farm style here, because I don't know if I have like an exact farm in mind. I think my initial thought was having like both of these, this left arm and this right arm, where all the guardians spawn, they kind of get funneled to the center here, and have some center killing chamber with an enchanting table and stuff like that. But I might want to max out the rates a little bit more, and try for something a little more ambitious, at least in terms of drop rates. It's like less cosmetic, at least. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what I come up with for that. But that's a little later anyway. I'm gonna see if I can't. I want to make a bunch of signs and place them around this thing, and I don't know. See if it ends up with something cool. Might just be a huge waste of time, but we will see. Alright, so for now, since I know I need a bunch of glass, I set up this little temporary little smeltery factory. It's kind of not really automatic, it's kind of stupid, but I looked a little more into the signs thing, and it's gonna be just kind of a pain in the ass to do it. So I think I'm doing it the old-fashioned way, where basically what I did was I just put torches under everything, and I'll have my little camera account up top recording while I just run around and punch out all the torches. So hopefully I don't miss a torch, but if I do, so what? Go fuck yourself. Alright. Hopefully this turns out as cool as I think it is, otherwise this will be a huge waste of time, but it is what it is. Here we go. Alright guys, hopefully that was as cool as I thought it was. Got a little tripped up there, but hopefully you couldn't notice. But anyway, now we got this whole area nice and cleared out. Here's a nice big aerial view since it's raining of our whole circle. It's a lot of work, but I guess it was worth it. I mean, I don't know. Is any of this worth it? Probably not. But anyway. Pretty cool, pretty big, nice circle. Now I'm going to go through the painstaking process of smelting all this glass so that we can put glass around the whole thing. So I was just gonna kind of pillar up glass, black glass, starting like at the bottom and then pillar my way up. Not really sure how much we need, but I think I should have close to enough sand. Just like from the inner circle plus the extra stuff I had. And if I need to go harvest a little more, it shouldn't be that much more. But anyway, we should have enough. Then I should be able to knock the sand out and it should look pretty cool. Alright guys, so quick update on this. I indeed finished putting all the glass around and breaking all the sand. Here is another way too high aerial view. Looks pretty cool with the black glass. I like it so far. The other thing I did was I started leveling out this area a little bit. And I may have gotten too ambitious with my plans here, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't really care. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to level this out a little bit. I'm going to terraform those higher areas that you see kind of peeking out of the glass. I'll find a way to make it even with really everything else, or y equals 36, which is what I've made it even with. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to raise Jesus Christ. I'm going to raise the I'm going to raise like this entire monument up. So the reasoning behind that being that guardians spawn anywhere from y equals 39, which is just a few blocks above me, basically the bottom of this ocean monument, to y equals 61, which is all the way at the top. 61's like right here, yeah. But if I wanted to make a farm that was within this structure, I'd be losing out on like every block from here all the way up, because that's, if I'm going to make it inside, I'm going to fill it up too fast. So basically what I was going to do is I was just going to raise the whole structure upward, basically rebuild it like 20 blocks higher, and then build some cool thing on the bottom for it to kind of rest on, and then kind of add in the surroundings. You know what? Me explaining it's not going to do anything. I'm just going to start working on it, and hopefully you guys see what I'm talking about within the future, so at some point. So anyway, I also said I was going to do something else this episode. I don't think I'm going to, because I'm really into this for some reason right now. The other thing I was going to do is I was going to move my pumpkin villagers over to make a little trading hall for them, but I'm kind of engaged in this right now, so I'm going to keep doing this until I get tired. But anyway, go fuck yourself. I'm working on this. Alright guys, maybe you can see a little bit closer to where I'm trying to get with this, but yeah, basically I'm just like translating the entire structure just a few blocks upward so I could take advantage of more spawning space in there. Basically all those air blocks above the monument, are spawnable blocks for guardians, but since the ocean monument's so low, I'm not taking advantage of all those spawn spaces. So essentially this is a way that I can retain the structure of the ocean monument that I like, so like still having it exist, but also making it a reasonable space for a farm. So it'll look almost the same from, you know, a distance. It'll just be a little higher up. And the other thing I'm going to do is I might make like a cool base for it to sit on. So like where the existing ocean monument is right now, I will remove that and make like a larger base for the monument. Hopefully it'll be kind of cool, but I suppose we'll see how it ends up. But anyway, I'm going to start tearing down the one below it and fully creating the one above it, and then we'll go from there. So I'm just going to keep working on this. I just want to give you an update since I finished a bulk majority of the structure on top here. Alright guys, so I accidentally stayed up all night and worked on this some more without really recording that much of it, so whoops. But a lot of updates on this this part of things. So I got really hooked into it, I guess, last night. Anyway, one of the things I did was I made this little ring around the outside, and I covered up the areas that were kind of protruding a little bit with this with water. Put sugar cane around it. I kind of like the green with the green in here. I thought it matched pretty well. The other thing I did was I temporarily moved the beacon out of there at the bottom, just because we'll have to have a storage unit there at some point. I finished rebuilding or recreating the ocean monument on top, and I put it on top of this secondary little part of it as well. I still have some more stuff I want to do with, I guess, that part of it too. So I'll still mess around with that a bit. And then what took the longest last night was actually setting up the farm itself. So I meant to record a lot of this and kind of talk through my strategy on the front end, but it'll have to do now instead. But I'll start, I think the view from up top, it might be a little easier to explain what the hell is going on. Okay, so basically I have 3 different spawning tubes. So I have one on the left arm, one kind of in the center, and one on the right. And each of them spawn in this big vat of water. Soul sand there powers them up to the top. And then on top there's flowing water that pushes them into a water stream. So they fall into the water stream. And then they are funneled to the center, where there is a poorly designed soul sand elevator that pushes them up in the hopes that they fall into this lava and then fall down and hit the right now I just have them going down to a bunch of hoppers down here. So the drops are okay, I guess. There's a lot more optimizations to be made. I need to spawn proof the area below this. I need to like redo this whole collection system. It's pretty messy really up to this point, but I also may revamp. Like, I don't like how much these guardians are getting stuck here and they kind of like fall out of this tower a lot, so I might revamp this whole thing and what it looks like. But yeah, it's pretty much the basis of the farm right now. So alright guys, I think I'm going to call it an episode here for today. I didn't really do much else, but I kind of want to get this one out and shipped. I got something special planned for the next video, so stay tuned for that. I also might make some tune-ups to this in the meantime, because this is kind of a clusterfuck. But yeah, also something kind of stupid I did. So I haven't really made any content, partially because there's no financial incentive. So I just made a Patreon. Figured everyone's doing it, I might as well hop on the bandwagon. So if you're stupid enough to become a patron for my, or Patreon, or whatever the fuck you call it, for my YouTube channel, you can now. I'll put the link in the description if you're that much of a fool. And if you're that interested and that inclined in seeing more of my poorly made content, then you can become my favorite tier patron, which is the idiot tier. And this guarantees one video a month. So if you know, that provides the financial incentive that I need to keep making videos. So yeah, anyway, I thought I'd just mention that. It's kind of funny. Anyway, I have some special plan for the next video. Hopefully that'll drop in the next week or so. But for now, peace out.